Hello, this is Cheryl Lentz, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator, coming to you on my follow-up Friday. So I have the card I promised. We were going to do animals this week. So I have the goat card for you. A great new set called Way to Goat. I'm going to quick say this in the beginning right away, so the people that were following, because I mentioned our dear sweet Artie was a rescue little dog that we've had here for a long time. He did not make it. So we're he had some medical issues that could not be overcome. And so he is now chasing squirrels and rabbits in the hereafter. So we're dealing with that today. And so I have some super cute goat cards. We just thought we would change the subject and do something fun and lighthearted. And that's what we're doing. So here we go. We're going to get started. At the end, I'm going to show you what some of my ladies made. With everything going on, we wanted to say, we love America. And so I did a little patriotic class, and I'm going to show you what they made. So I'll do that at the end. But first, let's get some stamping done. So I'm going to turn the camera around. If you're here, let me know. Please let me know you're here. Please don't let me think I'm talking to myself. Join me, chat with me on the YouTube if you join later. Talk to me. Let me know what you think and what you'd like to see. So here we go. I'm going to turn the camera around, and here we go for a little ride downtown. Here we go. Whoops. Hello, Vera. Here we go. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Come on. Come on. Well, oh, they're too big. That's okay. We'll leave it big. That's all right. There we go. Okay. So this is the stamp set. Way to Goat. It is super cute and very sweet. I just thought everybody liked it. I have to start with this. This one says, "Happy birthday, you old goat." I will not use the old goat. I just couldn't do that to anybody. Even if it's a haha funny, I couldn't. I can't. Hello, Lenore. I am so happy you're joining us too. I know, I love this stamp set. Super cute, kind of fun, right? Whimsical. That's what we needed. So here is the card that we're going to make today. So this is the deal. This is the same person. It's kind of like one of those flip cards. I got you a cake. Here's the birthday person. But I ate it. So I thought that was cute. And then in the inside, I did not do the old goat thing. I just said, "Happy birthday." So I'll show you how I did that. So let's get started. And somewhere here I have little notes on so the Way to Goat, if you want to take a look at that stamp set and the things that are in it, it's on page 105 of the annual catalog. So let me put this over here. So I have some of my circles already cut out. There we go. And I'm using this wonderful paper because I thought the goat has a daisy. And so I'm using the daisy paper from the Ornate Garden designer paper, specialty paper. On the back side is a pretty Calypso coral. But this is what we're going to use today. And I paired up So Saffron with Pear Pizzazz. So Pear Pizzazz is the base of the card. The layering is So Saffron, because that's the background on my Ornate Garden designer paper. So that is where I went with that. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to get my little critters stamped on here, because then we have to bring the Big Shot over here and cut those out. So let me get my Memento ink here, and I'm going to, so this set has 3 different goats, right? And on this particular design, oh, I got something on my ink pad. Let's get that out of the way. Get out of here, paper. There we go. This particular card uses all 3 of them. It was, at first I was like, well, what should I use? I'm not sure. They're all so cute. We'll use them all. We'll just use them all. It's okay. Here we go. And then I cut them all out the same with one of my stitched circle dies. So that was good. There we go. I can get everything on this one sheet. I am using thick cardstock, the thick white cardstock, because because when I'm going to color on it and stuff, I like to have the thicker cardstock. So I'm going to put my words here, and I'll show you. We're going to use and kind of cut the dies special for that. So this is going to go right here. Ta-da! Doesn't matter if it's crooked, because I'm not using everything there. So I'm going to use a die to cut it out. So there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut. Normally I color it first, but in this case, because on the coloring I mainly did on the kind of outside, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it out first. So I'm going to bring my Big Shot over here there we go. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see that well enough. There we go. Hello, Barbara. Better late than never. That is absolutely correct. Welcome. So I am using my stitch circle dies. Where did I put it? Here it is. My stitch circle dies, and I am using, let's see here, it's the smaller one. The Tasteful Label dies. Remember, I've talked about those before. That's kind of a standalone. Some of the things I think, oh, that's a standalone die. You can use that on anything, and that's one of them that I'm looking for my other set of, oh, that one's out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this circle out. I have to do a number of circles here. So I'm just kind of framing my little goat in. I'm going to pop that out and move right along to the next one. So just push and pop that out. Here's my next guy. I love this one. Eating the flower. There we go. We're just going to get in front of them in there. Do I have the right size? Wait a minute. Hold this. Yeah, I do. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I had the right die here, because I have lots of options. And then the layering I did on the back behind our little goats, I used our just regular circle dies. There we go. This little guy fits on the whole thing, so that's kind of nice. Our little sheep goat. It's a goat. It's a goat thing. There we go. There. So now I have my 3 goats cut out. And then I'm going to use 2 of the dies from the Tasteful Label dies. Here. So that's what I put right here. This one is going to go here. I'm going to end up cutting part of this off, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. And this one is going to go like this. So even though I stamped it crooked, doesn't matter, because I'm using the die afterwards, right? Let's see here, is that straight? Okay. All right, so I'm going to run that through. Oh, I guess you couldn't see that. Well, you'll see it when I come through here. Sorry about that. I'm looking at that going, I'm way on the edge. Okay, so this is what I have. I'm going to put that one there. So this little one, this little piece here, I don't want this flag over here, but I want that edge to be stitched, because the rest of it is all stitched. So all you have to do is lay it down, put it where you want it, and I'm just going to use the edge of it. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. And I'm just going to cut that so that when I'm done, I'll have the other end, the end of it will have the stitching on it too. Otherwise that would look silly, right? That would look silly. I don't have all of it stitched. Okay. Ta-da. So I just made a bigger flag like that by just cutting off the other end of the flag straight. So remember to kind of, you can tweak your dies. Okay, now I can go ahead And here's our little goats. I can get them colored. So I used my blends. Thank you, blends. Love the blends. So I'll tell you what I have here. So I did this goat, who's the before and after the cake. This one's round because he ate the cake. This one was offering the cake. I did them in the basic smoky slate. So I have the light and dark smoky slate here. I have light and dark soft suede for our other little goat, and his face is ivory. And then the cheeks are always my favorite thing for cheeks is the light flirty flamingo. I put blue eyelids on this one. I don't know why. I just did because he's kind of comical. And then I used the So Saffron, dark So Saffron for the flower so it would match my paper. So on these goats, I started out with my light and I just colored in their faces. I'm going to go like this so it's a little faster here. So I just colored their faces in with the light color here. Light, soft, smoky slate. Come on, get your words, Cheryl. I'm doing it. Getting my words in here. There we go. And his little hooves, like painted in. There we go. And then here's this guy again. After eating the cake. Let's see here. I'm thinking I would pick chocolate cake. There we go. Okay. And then what I did was, instead of coloring the whole thing in, because it would be so much, I just took it where they have all these little lines, and I just mimicked it. Kind of putting in some little lines and following the edges of the sheep here, just to fill them in a little bit. It made it a lot faster. You can see I'm just kind of whipping along here. And then, let's see here. Same over here, because this is the same guy. We're just going to draw on the edges and get them in here. A little bit here and there. We will put some little cheeky stuff in there. There we go. So that's our boy, or girl, whichever you want to. Here we go. Go like that. Okay. And the horns I did with the dark soft suede. So here we go. Color those in real quick. There we go. And then, yeah, I did something weird, and I did light pool party for his eyes, for his eyelids. Sort of looks like, reminds me of Mimi. Remember Mimi from the Drew Carey show? She always had blue eyeshadow. So there's our guy. There's our first little goat. And then this guy, I went with the light soft suede and went on his hair. I left his face. I wasn't sure how to color him in. And goats can be any color. And a lot of times what I do is I will pull up like real pictures of the animals, and so I can kind of get a clue, because I don't always know what all of them look like. And I'll tell you a funny story on this guy. So this little guy is holding a flower in his mouth, right? He's got a daisy. Well, and then I thought there's a little piece here. I'm going to bring it up close. See this little piece here? Right there? Hello, Colleen. I thought that was a leaf from the daisy, but actually I think that's his beard. And Peter said, do they have a beard? And I was like, oh my goodness, I think I painted his beard green. So I'm going to paint his beard here, because I think that is what that's supposed to be. And then I used the ivory for his face, so he had a little bit lighter colored face here. Just color him in. And then I came back with my Flirty Flamingo on all of them and gave him a little bit of a pink cheek here. This one right under here. He could have a little pink nose too. We'll put a little pink on his nose. And this guy too, little pink cheek. And then his horns were also the dark soft suede. Is this the dark one? That's, yep, here it is. There we go. So that you can see they're pretty fast, especially because, you know, we're only coloring that little bit. That's why I cut them out first. I don't have quite as much to color. And then I wanted the flower to match the paper, so I'm using my dark So Saffron blend. It's so tiny, I wasn't going to shade that little bit. There we go. Okay, so that's done. Now we can just glue our, I have the circles cut out already. So I'm gonna I got a new glue today. I'm so lucky. I'm gonna glue my little animals down here. Try to get them centered so I can put them on my card to tell the story of the cake. Here we go. So that they were stamped in memento, and we use the memento because we are using blends, right? So with the blends, you can use memento, our great alcohol markers. There we go. Here's the rest of our card. Let's get this over here. So I cut this 5 1/4. Usually I have another layer, but I wanted, because the circles are so big, I decided I needed to not have a smaller layer. I usually do like 5 by 3 3/4, and then I have a 5 1/4 by 4 layer. In this case, I went with the 5 1/4 by 4, so that I did not have a secondary layer in here. Whoops. Well, I'm sliding this baby all around. That's what's good about the green glue. I can slip and slide and still get it fixed. There we go. Ta-da. So what I'm going to do is build the front. You have all my little pieces in order here. And now I'm going to glue my other layer on here. I love this Ornate Garden paper. The other goat card I have to show you today, I used Ornate Garden paper also. I think it's a nice size for the size of the goats. I like to kind of use a smaller print if I have a smaller subject here. All right, now I think this is just a hair longer, so I'm just going to cut it off here real quick, a little bit. There we go. Shush that away for the sweeper. Okay, so this is how I lined it up. This guy's looking over here, giving out the orders. This guy is digesting the cake here. And then this cute one is the birthday person. So that's going to go there. This piece is going to go right underneath here, like that. So what I did is I line it all up how I think I want it. I wanted these two to be similar, right? And enough apart so that I'm not cutting off too much of the picture when I put this guy on. So that's that. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down if I can pick it up. There we go. A little bit of glue. Put this here. This guy, these two get glued down. And then the birthday person, who is the birthday goat, there we go, is going to be up on dimensionals. I gotta make sure I have that straight there. Okay, there. Here's this one. All right. So this is the first card I've made with this set. I had not played with it before, and I thought, oh my goodness. So then I quickly made another one. It was so much fun. So I'm going to use dimensionals on the main character of my card. The other things are in background. There we go. And I'm going to put dimensionals on But I Ate It. So I like this size of the tag because the regular dimensionals fit on there. So here we go. Take this off. Pull off all my little pieces that I'll find everywhere in the house. Oh, come here, mister. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to sneak out of here. There we go. I'm just gonna Kind of try to get that sort of evenly spaced there. I'm looking at the stitching. There. Ta-da. And then I wanted a flag going this way and a flag going this way. So one in and out, and this one can go right here, like that. Ta-da! Super cute! Really fun. And then putting it on the pear pizzazz for the background just kind of makes it all pop, I think. So let's glue that on. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. There we go. Give it a little press here. There. So the inside, I wanted to have my designer paper, because one of the reasons is because I like to, you know, just follow through on the inside, but also because the happy birthday is kind of small. Whoops, I have two of them here. The happy birthday is sort of small, so I'm not going to glue that on until I stamp it, because my words are going to be offset a bit from where I would normally stamp in the middle. And here it is, happy birthday, you old goat. Cannot do that. I just can't do that. I can't send that to somebody. So what I did was I hold my stamp up, and I'm going to take the ink pad and just put it right on the edge. So you can see I'm just going to ink up the happy birthday part of it. If it was somebody you didn't like, I guess you could sit, even if it was, I can't. No, I can't. I just couldn't do that. That would not. I just can't. So, with all that said, here we go. Happy birthday. And then I'm going to glue this down now, because I'm okay with the placement. And there. Ta-da. Take this off for a second. And lay this down. Ta-da, ta-da. And I will go ahead and put this on my inside layer. Alrighty. There. And one more. Now our card's done. That was super fast. Even though I have 3 goats on my card, it went pretty fast. So I'll tell you a funny story about Artie. We're talking about goats. You know, goats eat everything. That's one of the things. My sister had goats. Goats will eat anything. They'll eat. You can't have them if you have laundry hanging out. They'll eat it. Artie used to eat blankets. I always said he wanted to be a stuffed animal. If he wasn't feeling good, he would eat a blanket. He would eat the edge of the blanket. So having a card goat is appropriate today. So isn't that cute? They're kind of sweet. All right, so my other goat card is this one. This one says, "You're the goat, greatest of all time." So kind of cute. Again, this is paper from the Ornate Garden Suite. The background on this one is Calypso Coral. We don't have a ribbon that I like with Calypso Coral, but this ribbon here went very well, and that is the terracotta tile. So look at how nice that goes. It looks like just a shade darker than our Calypso Coral, right? So even if we don't have that particular, pull out your ribbons, just kind of hold it up. And a lot of them can double up. You can use, it kind of takes on the shade that it is. So here's my, "You're the greatest of all time." A different goat, colored in different. And then I just left a piece of the DSP in the inside. And you could write whatever you want, happy birthday or, you know, whatever. But I colored him in a little bit differently. So there you go. There's our goat cards for the day. Ta-da! Super cute. If you want to buy, if you would like to get a goat of your own and you don't want the bother of having to feed it or letting it eat the grass in your yard, you can go to stampingjourney.com and you could go in and buy it. You can buy a goat. Let me know. Let me know what you think. So ornate garden flower paper, So beautiful. You can check that out on page 149 of the annual catalog. It's a specialty paper. Some of it is has embossed on it, gold embossing on it. But I just used the plain side for this project, these projects today. So that's my goat stuff. That's all I've got for you. Goat. That's all I have for the goat. So my patriotic class. I had a couple of my customers wanted to do, with everything that's going on, wanted to do a patriotic theme. We don't have any cards that currently, you know, but I keep all my patriotic cards, stamps. I meant I keep all the stamps. And so that's what we used on these cards. So these were the 3 cards that they did. They did 2 full-size cards and 1 gift card with our, I call them vintage stamps, right? So I kept the vintage stamp. It just has a thank you in the inside, a 3x3 card. And then we have these 2 that we did. This paper is from Playing with, what is it? Playing with Shapes or something like that. Let's see if, no, I didn't write it down. Anyhow, and then this is some of our new DSP, right, from the 6x6s. So we just put some stars on there, and we put another star in the inside, and I used, our vintage stamps to do that one. And this one, this is new. I mean, that's current. These are the old alphabet, but I needed something a little bit bigger. But look at, here's a sneak peek. This red twine is from the holiday catalog. So they got a little sneak peek on the project. And then this is from a new set too, the massive thank you. So those are the cards that they did. And this is the shadow box right here. Ta-da! So they did God Bless America. And it's all up, you know, popped up and in the frame. And I have the Mountain's Majesty and the plains, the fruited plains. So I had to do all these little stars, right? So those stars, to get those stars, they came from this. All the stars in here were the stars that I used in my shadow box. So I had all these pieces left over, and that's how this card was born. I had all these little pieces, and I had to make it into something, so that's what I did with it. So that was the patriotic class that we did yesterday. I had one lady come today. Miss Judy came and did it today. So that's all I have for you. I'm going to turn the camera around. And here we go. Here we go for a little ride. Blurp, 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 blurp. There we go, back. So what do you think? Isn't that the goat set is so cute? I at first was like, well, it wasn't one I bought right away. I'm going to be honest with you. But then the more I looked at it, and everybody here was like, that goat card, that goat set is so cute. Okay, let's get it. Let's try it. And then it was like, oh my goodness. So I am going to leave these out on my desk today. You know, when I get a new set and I'm playing with it for the first time, I've told you before, I take all the stamps out, put them all on blocks, and then I just sit and play. And I try to use just that set so that if people are going to duplicate what they see, you don't have to buy 10,000 sets to get that one thing, right? But sometimes then after I've done a number of them, I will kind of venture out of the box and bring in some other word sets or other sets that complement it. So I've seen some really cute ones with the goat. So we'll have some more showing later with just the goat set, but then how well it goes with some of the other stamp sets that we have in our repertoire today. So not today, but I mean, you know, in our Stampin' Up! Arsenal. So thank you so much for joining me today. Hey, we are up to 157 in our YouTube count. I watch that all the time. So please share, please pass it on, please chat with me. And thank you for everyone for your well wishes for Artie. I really appreciate it. So have a great weekend. Go out for a fish fry. Go and have a good time. Stay safe. But I will see you talking on Tuesday at 2. If there's something you want to see, chat to me. Let me know what you want to see. I'm here to do things that you want to see. And it makes my job way easier if you give me some ideas. Otherwise, I'm like that squirrel. I just get pulled and I don't know what's going to happen until I get some direction. So point me in the direction you want to see and I will. Yay. Hi, Jean. I know 157. I was like, oh my goodness. Totally surprised. We were at 150 on Tuesday. So it was like, thank you guys so much. Thank you. That helps me and it helps my business grow. And I can't say enough thank yous. So take care. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. We will see you talking on Tuesday at 2. Let me know if there's something special. Thank you. Bye-bye.